Hello.
Welcome back, everybody, to I Think My Fridge is Haunted, a very creepy podcast for very creepy people. I'm Gemma.
And I'm Lana.
Lana's back.
She's here, finally. I couldn't be happier to be here. I was just saying to Gemma, putting on the headphones, it felt like home.
Oh,
It was
sweet.
so nice. Yeah.
How was your drive down today?
Actually, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it was like as soon as I got out of Ballarat,
Yeah.
the weather was stunning, blue skies, beautiful, traffic was nice and easy. I was listening to Pumping the Tunes on the way here and it was great.
What tunes were you pumping?
I was pumping Baby No Money.
Sweet.
If
Sweet.
that's not a surprise, my obsession
not
at the
a
moment.
surprise.
I made like a new playlist of like all the new songs I'm liking. So I've got that on there. I've got some Sabrina Carpenter to get ready for the new album.
Awesome.
It's a lot of pop. I think I'm a pop girly. I think I need to just admit it to myself.
You need some pop in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Just keeps me going.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. So yeah, it was lovely. I had a bit of a listen to an audiobook to start with, something just to ease in. I was listening to the Akatar series, which was lovely. I have read it, but I was like, no, I want to listen again. So it was great. And it was so nice, particularly coming into Mornington. You know you're coming into Mornington because you start seeing the black, what are they on the cars? Oh my God, the number plates.
The no quarry stickers.
Yeah, the no quarry stickers, and then the black number plates with like one letter on them. You're like, ooh, there's some money.
Yes.
There's some money down here.
Yes.
Go to Ballarat and there's just no number plates. So all the cars are stolen. Actually, speaking of Ballarat, Gemma, I actually have a little surprise for you. I bought you a little gift.
Oh. Is it the key to Ballarat?
The key to the town hall. No, I bought you a candle. It's from the Ballarat Candle Co. It's inspired by the goldfields. So this is Cocktails on Armstrong Street. So that's for you.
Thank you so much.
So Armstrong Street's like a nice iconic street in Ballarat, and there's like heaps of cocktail bars and restaurants and everything.
Oh, that's nice.
I was hoping you like coconut because it's very.
I love anything coconut.
Great. Oh, I'm so glad. I was like, do I check? Then it's not a surprise.
Thank you. I love that.
So I bought a little bit of Ballarat home with us.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I don't really have any news, but I was just going to say I probably did as many kilometres as you did this morning because I did that thing that I often do when I need to get petrol, and I'm so stubborn because I won't pay $2.09 per litre.
I don't blame you.
That I just drove around the southeastern suburbs, like determined not to pay that. So the irony being that I used up more petrol than I needed to because trying to find it so that I didn't have to pay the $2.09.
That is totally fair. That's wild to me. It's like $1.55 back in Ballarat.
What?
Yeah, well.
We're being stooged. It's the Melbourne tax.
It really is. Honestly, there's been a few things going back to Ballarat. I was like, don't miss that. That's one of them. Oh, Ballarat, I love you very much.
Shall we jump in?
Well, yes, I wanted to say very quickly as well as your gift, and to our new listeners as well, hello, hi, I'm the other co-host. But a big thank you to Gemma for holding down the fort for the last couple of months. You've done such an amazing job.
Oh, thank you.
Doing all the murders and all the extra stories you've been doing and looking fabulous with your ring light. You've done such an amazing job, so thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. It's my pleasure.
You. Yeah.
It's been a learning curve. Yes, a very technical learning curve.
For the better, I reckon.
Because I'm not a technical person, so not by nature. So it's there's been challenges, but triumphs as well.
I would say so. Oh my God, yes. So thank you so much. Let's get into it. You're going to give me a fact from the freezer?
Let's do a fact from the freezer. Facts from the freezer.
Facts from the freezer.
Have you ever heard of the man who began neuroscience?
Oh, I don't think I have, no.
He wasn't a doctor, Lana.
Oh, of course. Of course.
All these people that we've spoken about that, have done things in medical science that they're a barber.
They're a dentist.
Yeah. He was more of an object of fascination to doctors. In fact, he was a railroad foreman.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
So on September 13th, 1848, a man named Phineas Gage, who was 25 years old, was working with a crew of other men near Cavendish in Vermont, or I think the Americans say Vermont.
Vermont.
And they were working on the railroad. He was packing explosive powder into a hole using what's called a tamping rod, so like a big steel rod.
Yeah.
But the powder ended up exploding and the long 43-inch rod shot backwards,
Oh, no.
landing 80 feet away.
Oh, my gosh. The Mythbusters would be interested in that.
But not before flying through Phineas's head.
No. Oh, my God. At least it would be quick.
Very quick. I think it was like a bullet. It went through his left cheek and through his brain, coming out the back of his skull.
Oh, my God. Awful.
And here's the wild part. Phineas survived.
That was my next question. I was like, is this guy still alive?
Is that where this is going?
God, what the hell?
Not only that, but he was conscious and he walked over to a cart so that someone could drive him to a doctor.
Hello, ma'am. Yes, excuse the giant hole in my face.
Give me a ride. What happened? I don't know.
I don't know. It's at the back of my brain. I don't need anything back there.
But he could talk and he could remember his friends' names and he mentioned that he'd be back to work in a day or two.
That's such like an 1800s, like, it's a
She'll be right.
She'll be right.
So unfortunately, he developed an infection and for the next 2 weeks, he was in and out of consciousness. But 3 weeks after the accident, he was able to walk again, minus one eye.
Understandable.
He had some issues with his mind, though. For example, he apparently found it hard to calculate money.
Okay.
And his personality also changed.
Okay, interesting.
People knew him as a pleasant, energetic, motivated person before the accident, but people said he changed afterwards and he became an aggressive drunk and he couldn't keep a job.
Right. If you get a pull through the face and head, like I expect some changes.
There's going to be some changes.
But changes.
Yeah.
But aggressive, that's interesting. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
He also seemed to have a loss of social inhibition, so he would do or say inappropriate things.
Oh, no.
According to the website Very Well Mind, quote, he suffered injuries to both the left and right prefrontal cortices.
Cortices.
Which would result in problems with emotional processing and rational decision making. The rod destroyed approximately 11% of the white matter in Gage's frontal lobe and 4% of his cerebral cortex. In those years, neurology was in its infancy, so Gage's extraordinary story served as one of the first sources of evidence that the frontal lobe was involved with personality.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
That is my fact.
Oh, so railroad, pull through the face. Yeah, it's all connected for me.
Yeah.
I love learning, like, well, fun facts for one, but like how things are connected that way. They go, oh, that something's happened here. That's,
Right.
That's fascinating.
It seemed to me that they kept his brain as well because studies were being done on his brain as recent as 2012.
Whoa. That formaldehyde back in the day. Strong as heck.
What would they call it? Grog. Just
It was made in a bathtub.
bath gin.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God. Okay, well, I love that. Thank you so much.
We'd like to give a shout out to Fruit Bowl Dice for sponsoring this video. Fruit Bowl Dice are your ultimate online destination for tabletop gaming dice. Based in Melbourne, their carefully curated collection boasts a variety of vibrant dice, perfect for tabletop gaming enthusiasts and curious collectors alike. Fruit Bowl Dice take pride in offering something for every adventurer and role player, regardless of their RPG system. Please take a moment to explore their magical selection and discover the joy of adding these colourful treasures to your gaming experience. And Fruit Bowl Dice have informed us that they are happy to offer customers who use our affiliate code FRIDGE a free surprise gift with their purchase. So use the word FRIDGE on the second page of checkout to secure your free gift with purchase. Our code FRIDGE can stack with a discount code. So if you have a discount code, you can use it in conjunction with our affiliate code. Don't forget, our affiliate code is FRIDGE. That's FRIDGE. Now back to the podcast.
So, I don't have a fact because we're going to get straight into our story today.
Let's do it.
We're going to talk about something quite dear to my heart, which is gaming. I'm a gamer myself. I love playing games. I love playing shooters, all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't say they affect me in any way, except for when it's like really emotional and I cry. I've cried over a few video games in my time.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This is an area I don't know a lot about. So.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's a whole nother world, quite literally. But gaming's such an extraordinary way to do storytelling. And I think a lot of people miss that, is that it's just you get so immersed into a situation, a story, a world. And yeah, I've cried a few times. BioShock Infinite is the third iteration of the BioShock series. It's very like steampunk. It's very cool. But yeah, that story got me for like a half an hour. I was crying. It was crazy.
Wow.
So let's talk about some deadly gamers today. Okay, so the media has often blamed video games for inspiring crimes committed by younger people in particular. And while this is often exaggerated by many experts, there has been a few cases in which people have confessed to blaming video games for their criminal actions.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. I mean, you get, I don't know, Grand Theft Auto. Maybe people act a bit silly after doing silly things on screen.
Particularly with young people, I suppose the argument is often that they can't differentiate life from virtual. And it's like, it's not that hard, guys. It's just a game. It's okay.
They're like, but I want to drive a Ferrari and I'm going to beat up that old lady to do it.
Yeah, why can't I do that? Well, some people did question that and asked, why can't I?
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a lot of sources for this one, so I'm just going to rattle them off at the start. I was heavily inspired by another YouTube channel, Papa Meat, so shout out to Papa Meat for this one. Also CBS News, The Independent, BBC, Wikipedia, justice.gov. Did you know that website existed? Just Justice.
Yeah, I think I've got some facts and figures from there.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Kotaku, which is a big gaming website, Medium, Video Game Canon, the AOC.org.uk. And
what, the politician?
That's what I thought. I don't think it's her, but it'd be cool if it was. So I've got a few shorter stories for us today. And I start quite heavy. So we're going to get a bit lighter later, but surprising no one, crime is heavy.
Exactly.
Okay, so first gamer we're going to talk about today is Daniel Petrick. He was 17, and I won't say what he did, but this was in 2007.
Okay.
All right, so Daniel Petrick, nicknamed Danny, was an American teenager who attended high school in Wellington, Ohio. His father, Mark, was a Pentecostal minister of the New Life Assembly of God.
Okay, so it comes from a very religious family, I would say.
Which always goes hand in hand with video games. And his mother as well was named Susan. According to his father, they had a loving relationship with Daniel as well. His friends and family described him as a normal and happy teenager without any psychological problems. One student recalled that he was friendly and fun to be around.
Okay.
Fellow churchgoers pointed out that he was enthusiastic about the Bible, which I love.
Okay.
In terms of academic achievement, he was an average student at his school and he had no records of suspension. To quote, there's nothing that would profile him as a source of violence, according to his superintendent. Daniel contracted a staph infection from a skiing injury and was housebound for a whole year.
A year?
Yeah, while he recuperated from a severe spinal injury.
Oh, wow.
So for 1 whole year. He was introduced to the Halo games by his friend Jonathan Johnson.
Because I suppose if you're not really able to leave the house,
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
well, you may as well play some video games, I guess.
I mean, that's what they're made for, really. It's a good old time waster, something to get you out of, like, you know, your reality.
Yeah.
That's the idea. So his friend, also Jonathan Johnson, lol, that's a great name, him and Jonathan developed an addiction to where he would, quote, play the game 7 or 8 hours a day at Jonathan's house. That's pretty decent. I've definitely done, like, some... your LAN parties back in the day. And LAN parties, people used to bring over their PCs or their Xboxes and line it all up and you'd play with your friends.
Right.
It was awesome.
But 7 days a week, I mean, that's a lot.
It was a full-time job and a half just playing Halo, and admitted Halo is amazing.
It was massive at the time. Halo was a huge phenomenon, wasn't it?
It really, really was, particularly in the early 2000s. Massive. And it's one of the greatest series ever made, in my humble opinion. Halo is a series of violent games where you have a war with aliens, essentially. Most of them are rated M for mature audiences, but of course, Daniel's father disapproved of the video game violence. Mm-hmm. After his son expressed his desire to buy the Halo games, he ordered his son to stop playing the games or else he'd leave the house. So
I wonder if there's a market for biblical gaming.
There's got to be, right? I don't know what games you'd play, to be honest. I can't even think of a biblical game. I'm sure they're out there.
I don't know, like 40 days in the desert, you know, collect things to...
Collect your frankincense, your myrrh. I'm
just showing how much we know about the Bible, which is apparently not a lot.
Not a lot. I know the Christmas story, right? So Daniel moved into the Johnsons' house for a weekend and played the game with his friend for up to 18 hours a day.
That's excessive.
Which even for me, I'm like, damn, that's a lot.
I think that room's going to smell a lot like Teenage Boy.
It's going to smell like Mountain Dew. It's going to smell like Doritos. Yeah. And back in the day as well, so you know it's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. So Daniel eventually, soon after, brought his own copy of the recently released Halo 3, which was a massive thing at the time, without his father's knowledge, of course. But his dad did find him bringing it back into the house, in which he confiscated it and placed it in a safe that also secured a 9mm handgun in it. So on October 20th, 2007, about a week after the game was confiscated, Daniel found his father's keys to unlock the safe and stole the game and the gun.
So the fact that the dad is putting it in a safe suggests to me that it's more than an issue that the dad doesn't like the game. He's noticing that there is some evidence of addiction here.
You'd think so.
I would presume.
If you're playing it 18 hours a day, and maybe, like, I couldn't find it, but maybe Daniel was getting quite aggressive about it. Maybe he was getting upset when he had to get off of it, or I don't know, maybe his dad...
There's the lack of sleep.
Massive.
Probably lack of hygiene, lack of food.
Yeah.
And also, like, you know, members of a household are expected to, you know, do their chores or walk the dog or whatever. And I'm going to guess that if he's gaming 18 hours a day, he's not doing any of those things. He's not contributing to the family.
Well, even with, like, the injury, wouldn't you think he'd have to be doing some kind of rehab or, like, trying to walk or, like, trying to, you know, eat well or something like that? Like, you've got to focus on why you're here. But for a 17-year-old boy, I can see he may be using it as an excuse. Like, I can't do anything, so I got to play the game.
Yeah.
So around 7 p.m., Daniel walked behind his parents. So he's got the game and he's got the gun. He walked up behind his parents that were sitting on the couch and said, "Would you close your eyes? I have a surprise for you." Daniel then proceeded to shoot both of his parents in the head. His father said that, quote, his head went numb and he saw the blood pouring down from his skull.
his father said
Yes.
after he was shot in the head.
Yep. So this is the unfortunate.
It's like Phineas Gage.
It is actually. It's
Holy
quite
cow.
on brand. So unfortunately, Susan Petrick died from her gunshot wounds in the head, arms, and chest.
So there was multiple
There was a few
shots.
Yep. So Daniel then placed the gun in his father's hands to make the crime look like a murder-suicide, saying to him, "Hey, Dad, here's your gun. Take it."
That's
Horrific.
horrific.
So a few minutes later, his sister Heidi and her husband arrived at the house. They had arrived 2 hours earlier than planned to watch a sports game together on the TV. Before they could enter the house, Daniel told him not to come in. He lied that his parents were fighting. Upon hearing the groaning, though, his sister and her husband then forced their way into the house and discovered the aftermath of the shooting.
Oh, my God.
Which is horrible. Heidi called the police, and then Daniel attempted to drive away in the family van in an attempt to escape to his friend's house. But Daniel was arrested in the family van shortly after, with Halo 3 still sitting in the front seat.
Oh, my God.
Haunting.
So I guess he's used the opportunity when his sister and her husband are in the house, completely distracted, and he's made a run for it.
Yep.
And I suppose at some point one of them has called the police.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as you walk in, you see, your mother dead on the floor. Yeah.
And they probably had to call an ambulance because obviously the dad was making noises.
Yes.
So they were probably on the phone to emergency services pretty quickly.
Pretty quick. And I assume Daniel's panicked and just gone, I'll just run away. And
Right.
It hasn't worked out for him. At the trial in 2008, the judge heard the case without a jury. Daniel's defense attorney argued for the insanity mental disorder defense. That due to the enormous amount of stress put on him due to his infection and injury that Daniel had, it left Daniel bedridden, in which he developed an addiction to the Halo franchise after playing it with his friend.
I'm wondering if maybe having a staph infection in your spine, because the spine goes up to the brain.
Interesting, yeah.
So it's almost like your brain is being poisoned.
Well, if suddenly your life, as you know it, stops and you have to just sit or lay in a bed all day, every day, that's going to do something to you psychologically.
At that year where all of your friends are getting their driver's license, doing their last year of high school, doing really important things, getting jobs, moving out of home. So he probably feels like he's missing out on a lot.
Yeah. And then his whole world has become this video game, which admittedly, you follow one character in Halo and you follow him throughout the franchise. I imagine that he's become quite attached to him.
Right.
Quite attached. And
like a parasocial relationship.
Very much so. Well, that's definitely what they argued.
Oh.
So they said that leaving him unable to go without the game because he's developed this addiction, it caused him to snap. And he was much more susceptible to being influenced by the game due to his age. Daniel was not in the right mental state to grasp the finality of shooting his parents. His prolonged exposure to the violent game blurred the lines between virtual and reality, leading him to believe that real death was reversible.
Oh, my God.
He likely thought his mother would recover as he had become accustomed to the characters respawning in the game.
Right. Like, they can respawn or you just turn it off and on. You get another shot.
Yep.
I wonder if he was on any really strong painkillers.
I imagine so.
As well, that sort of, like endone and stuff makes you go a bit loopy.
Oh, yeah. Even his own father, a victim in this case, was supportive and announced that the young man had come to deeply regret shooting his parents. Quote, he still does not understand why he did something so terrible, is what Mark said during the trial. But the judge ended up rejecting this, saying he had planned the revenge for weeks. Daniel was convicted and sentenced to life in prison with eligibility for parole after 23 years and is currently imprisoned at the Grafton Correctional Institute in Ohio.
Okay, so I guess when was the trial? About 2009, something like that?
I think 2008. So
the year after.
He's still in there.
So 2008, 2018. So he's been in there like 17 years or something?
So around there. I can't do math.
I can't do math either.
Math is too hard. But yeah, he's still in there, so he's eligible for parole soon. I wonder what his opinion on it now is, because I like. Every prison's different, but I imagine they don't get video games in prison.
I would, well, maybe in Denmark or something.
Yeah, somewhere like that. But yes, that was quite a brutal case I came across. And,
I have never heard of that. I would be really interested to know if he has undertaken any study while in prison or any psychological therapy, or if he's trying to help other inmates. I'd be really, really interested to know what kind of inmate he has been.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I didn't see anything kind of update-wise. There usually isn't. But
What was his full name again?
it was Daniel Petrick.
Daniel Petrick.
Petric.
Okay, interesting.
17, 18 when he went in. So he's missed out on like the greatest part of one of the best parts of his life, unfortunately.
Right.
Yes, so that's pretty extreme. And I was quite surprised to hear it was Halo that was the game. Because, again, Halo was a very popular franchise, but because you're fighting aliens, it doesn't feel, I don't know, it doesn't feel as realistic to me.
Right.
But that's just me.
Like, it's quite obviously a made-up world.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Okay, so our next story is involving Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
And this one took me by surprise because it actually ends with something that feels very out of touch to us now, and I'll expand on it in a sec. So this is about Devon Moore. So this is in 2003, a little bit earlier. Devon Moore is an American murderer who is said to have been inspired by Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Vice City has a lot of controversy around it. I believe it's the fourth game.
That was like super popular, wasn't it?
Super popular. Grand Theft Auto is massive.
I think Vice City is probably the only one I could name of the whole franchise.
Yeah. A lot of stories actually came out of this game. It was interesting.
I remember watching like friends playing it and just kind of going, is this necessary?
Yeah.
This is a lot.
I've played, I think, 5, and the whole time I was like, so I just go around and like shoot people,
beat people up
and like, yeah, there's a story and like it's well made, but I don't know. I want to fight aliens. I want to be a hero. Like, you know, that's just me though, personally.
There's no hero in Grand Theft Auto.
No.
You're just being a dick.
You're just an asshole. No offense to, actually, you know what? Offense to Grand Theft Auto fans. Okay, so in July of 2003, Moore was brought into the Alabama police station on suspicion of car theft. At the time, Moore had no criminal record and he cooperated with the police. After being booked by Officer Strickland, Moore jumped him, grabbing his gun and firing 3 shots, one hitting Strickland in the head.
Whoa.
Another officer heard the shots and responded. Moore, however, fired 3 more shots into the officer, another one hitting him in the head also.
What the hell? Mm-hmm. Like, you can actually see that in Grand Theft Auto graphics.
It literally. There's no, like, there's suspicion, but you have no criminal record. Like, why are you doing this? Finally, Moore ventured down the hallway and encountered a 911 operator and shot him in the head as well.
Seriously? He's like literally in a game.
Yeah, literally. He then proceeded to steal a police car and flee the station, only to be apprehended 4 hours later in Mississippi. There was no need. There was no need for this.
What was the original state that he was in?
He was just in the police station because he was under suspicion of car theft.
Oh, no, what state in the US?
Oh, sorry, Alabama.
So he crossed state lines
Yes.
to flee.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
You know my American geography. And
Well, I know Alabama's a state and I know Mississippi's a state.
That's right. That's right. I mix the states and the capitals and America's a big place.
It's a big place.
At the trial, Moore's lawyer argued that he was led to commit the murders due to a life of full physical and mental abuse, as well as his affinity for violent video games. Moore was a fan of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and in this game, players can steal cars, murder police officers, commit acts of torture against fellow criminals. After his arrest, Moore made a statement that he made a few statements, but one of them is, "Life is a video game. You gotta die sometimes." Asshole.
He said that.
He said that. So I think there was a lot more going on than just playing some games.
I mean, can I counteract that with life is not a video game and you can die from natural causes after you have lived your life to the fullest?
Exactly. You just go to sleep. It's okay. You don't have to kill anyone. Interesting part to me. So on October 9th of 2005, Moore was sentenced to death by lethal injection. He is currently on Alabama's death row.
Okay.
I don't think we've done a story that ends with death by lethal injection.
There was one, but I think it might have been back in Esther's time about, I think it was, I want to say it was in New Mexico where it was a man attacked a woman and her daughter and he was sentenced to death. We've also, I mean, one of my solo videos that I did a couple of weeks ago, the murder of Maureen Hunsaker.
Yes, right.
And we did talk in that about death row. However, lethal injection, no, because he is due to die by firing squad in about 2 weeks.
Oh, my God.
Actually.
So with death row or being sentenced, it's places like Alabama and stuff, do they still do that? Or is it like they don't anymore, but if you've been sentenced previously, you still have to die that way? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about.
I am going to be doing a whole episode on death row and capital punishment because you come here for the wholesome stories. Sorry, everyone.
For the joy.
Sorry.
It's so funny. I wanted to do a story on like death row final meals. So maybe we can coincide.
They're interesting. Maybe you can do your fact from the freezer on death row final meals. But the whole America's death row system, the capital punishment system is extremely fascinating to me in a morbid way.
Yeah.
And they do practice gas chamber, lethal injection, firing squad, and sometimes even electric chair, which I thought was antiquated and out the door.
Yeah.
It surprises me that they still don't hang people.
Yeah.
And also in the way that there are so many botched executions in the US.
Yes.
It is abominable. And not to say that someone who carries out a horrific crime and they're 100% guilty should not be completely punished. But don't make it cruel and unusual.
Yes, I agree. I don't know where I stand on death row because there are some people that I'm like, you're never going to contribute to society ever. But at the same time, I'm like, doesn't it kind of give them an out? Shouldn't they have to suffer? Like, I don't know.
I think the point is not so much to make them suffer, but to make sure that they do not re-offend.
Yes. Yeah, well, exactly.
Like if a horse kicks or a dog bites, it's not to punish them. It's just to remove the problem.
Yeah, I agree. It's very. I'm looking forward to that episode. Then that'll be very interesting. Let's get into something a touch lighter, shall we?
Okay.
They were quite heavy stories. Okay, so we're going to talk about EA's brass knuckle debacle. We'll see. That was a fun way to say that. So this is in 2009. So it's not unusual for the gaming industry to, when they have a new game, is to make a bundle or like a special edition that you can buy with in-game items like collectibles or statues, replicas from the game, drones, like even wearable helmets.
Right.
There's lots you can get for special edition of games, and collectors love them, obviously.
Right. I'm thinking kind of, maybe I'm thinking of, because the first thing that came into my head is like Sailor Moon. But that's not a video game, it's more a cartoon.
Technically, but they do have special editions when they like release the series again. Like they do that. Or merch in general. It can be pretty extreme.
Yeah.
One case was a swag kit was given to journalists as part of EA, or Electronic Arts is the company, marketing plan for launching the game The Godfather 2 in 2009, but they may have taken it a little step too far.
Where is this going?
In April of 2009, the game Godfather 2 was being released for PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. So this was after the game Godfather 1 came out. And
I didn't even know Godfather was a game franchise.
Right? So it was released in 2006 and based on the iconic 1972 movie of the same name. If you haven't seen it, hadn't heard of it. It was a huge hit when it came out, and EA got to work on a much anticipated sequel with some advertising that kind of packed a punch, we'll say.
Okay.
The unique marketing for this sequel took the form of a set of real brass knuckles, and it was sent in what looks like a cigar box.
That's legally questionable.
To say the least.
Well, are brass knuckles legal? I mean,
no.
Right.
So it was included in this like cigar box, and it came with a copy of the game for journalists and reviewers to review the game before it came out.
Okay.
Which like a press kit, we'll say. The gift of the brass knuckles, however, were and still are illegal to own in more than a dozen states in America.
So how did they get past this?
Well, so in EA's home state of California, it's against the law to even ship a set of brass knuckles or any weapon through the mail. So
someone must have known this.
Yeah, apparently not.
Or they just went,
oh, this is a great idea.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just tried?
Wouldn't this be cool if we did this? Well,
Man, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Guys, it'd be sick. Fully sick. So EA's kind of slogan, if you will, I don't even know if they use it, but it's called like get in the game. It's like at the start of their video game. So EA quickly realized their mistake as they were too much in the game. They quickly asked for the promotional packs to be returned, including the game and the brass knuckles, of course. But this was obviously not the end, because EA broke the law on numerous accounts. Not only were they producing and distributing illegal weapons, but they also made everyone who received the package break the law almost twice because of their request of sending the brass knuckles back through the post.
Okay, so they're basically trafficking, and the people who got them had to send them back. So they're involved in trafficking.
Yeah.
They're like a
compliant.
Accomplice?
Yeah, accomplice, yeah.
That's a mess.
It is a mess, because I don't know if they all got sent back, but some of the packages were sent back, which is its own thing. But in other cases, EA just asked people to dispose of them, which like, chuck your brass knuckles in the bin. It'll be fine. Come on, guys.
But also, like, you've got it, like, a piece of pop culture history now.
I know.
I'm going to keep it in the box.
I was like, I'm sure someone out there still got them, I bet.
Yeah.
In the end.
I don't condone what I just said.
We're not like for it or anything. It's pretty cool though. In the end, the anticipated sequel of Godfather flopped so hard it didn't even live up to the hype, so everyone almost forgot about EA sending the illegal weapons.
What?
Because it was so bad.
Oh, no. So it actually was a terrible game.
Yeah, it flopped, so it wasn't even worth it.
What
in the
was
end.
it all that for?
Yeah, I don't know what's like more known, the fact that they sent brass knuckles or how bad the game flopped. Like, oh
wow, that's a year that like that the executive committee would not want to remember.
Yeah, I don't know how good EA games have been since either.
What are they famous for? Do you know?
You know what? I should know this. I really should know this off the top of my head. Duh. Okay, so EA is known for The Sims.
Oh.
That's the big one, obviously.
So it's not like they went bankrupt.
No, I think they're fine.
Yeah.
How much do they charge for those Sims packs? I swear to God. Battlefield, Apex Legends, which is like an ongoing online game as well.
I think Louis has played Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield.
I think I've
a popular
seen
one.
that one at home.
Yeah, it's like a warfare kind of simulator. It's really hard.
Is it the one? It's like in a desert kind of area. It's like a modern.
There's a few of them. Some of them replicate actual wars, I think, and you kind of play as like Americans or Russians or Chinese or whatever.
Right.
And you can kind of bounce around. I think some games have a storyline and some are just online, but it's brutal. I tried to play, I think it's 2040 something. Forgive me for not knowing. It's hard as hell.
Right.
It's hard. And people get mad. And I'm like, it's a game. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down, mate. They're known for Need for Speed, Titanfall, and Plants vs. Zombies, which is one of my personal favorites.
I know that one.
Plants
I
vs.
think
Zombies.
Louis has that one.
It's awesome.
Is that the one that's in Vegas?
No, this is like...
No. I'm thinking of Aliens. There's Aliens in Vegas one. And it's really cute.
Oh, like the little... Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Oh, God. Okay, now you're testing my knowledge.
I don't know Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh, my God. I actually think you'd love Plants vs. Zombies.
I feel like I would.
It's a good game.
Because I like plants and I also like zombies.
They're really fun. It's like a chessboard and the zombies are coming to invade and you use plants to defend. It's really fun.
What, are they like plants that eat people?
Yeah, there's plants that eat people. There's plants that shoot like peas at them.
Yeah, that's lethal.
Yeah, there's all different types of plants. It's hilarious. There's disco zombies. They're really cool.
They're like triffids.
Yeah. It's like The Sims. Every like once a year you get this urge and you go, I need to play The Sims or I need to play Plants vs Zombies, and you play for like a day solid, and then you close it and you don't look at it for another year.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me with Plants vs Zombies. Okay. Back to GTA, because of course there's another bloody GTA story. So the fourth story we're going to talk about is Zachary Burgess. This was in September of 2013, so a little bit more modern.
Yeah.
I took this from an article because I personally thought it was funny. It was game over for an Auburn student and club lacrosse player Zachary Burgess when the line between real life and video games became far too blurred.
Was that Daily Mail?
No, but it sounded very that, doesn't it?
Now, I'm going to presume he's from Auburn because when you read it out, I thought, what does his hair colour have to do with anything?
He's a ginger. What of it? Like,
what are you
who
saying?
cares?
I know gingers can be fiery, but let's not take it to extremes.
Okay, so police allege Burgess went on a real-life crime spree inspired by the popular video game Grand Theft Auto and faced nearly a dozen charges. So Zachary Burgess, 20, of Hoover, Alabama. What's happening in Alabama?
Alabama again.
What's happening down there? I
I
want to
think
know.
they drink a lot of soft drink.
Oh, that does make sense.
I don't know if they... I was wondering, just a side quest. I was watching this short documentary. It was like by Vice or something like that on YouTube. And it was about, there's a state in the US. It could be Ohio or Alabama or something like that. It was one of the middle ones.
The Bible Belt.
I think it was. What's the big Bible Belt city?
Not Texas, no.
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake.
I think it might have
There
been
we go.
Salt Lake City because they have these drive-through soda restaurants, and you can get these gigantic, like Stanley cups and like bigger than Stanley cups full of soda, and they have all these different flavors and things. Now, because it's a lot of people are Mormon. And it's frowned upon to drink alcohol or anything caffeinated, I think.
Right.
They become addicted to like sugary soda drinks.
Right.
I'll find it. I'll send it to you. It's fascinating.
Soft drink, like.
And they'll be like, oh, I drive through in the morning and I get like I don't know what their ounces are. They'll get like an 80 ounce or whatever. And then like, they're like, I have that. And then I have another one in the afternoon, and it's wild.
That's crazy. When I went to America in 2016, I was blown away by the sizes of anything. Because like in Australia, we all go for like medium or large because it's, I don't know what we're used to. But our larges are like their mediums or smalls.
Right.
And
it's too much.
It's way too much. Alabama. That's what's happening down there. Soft drink. The sodas.
Sorry, continue. I just went on a real tangent then.
I was trying to like link it back in. So Zachary Burgess was drinking too much soft drink. And he reportedly stole a truck that was left running with the keys in the ignition outside a bar in Tigerland, the Tigerland area of the city, which shout out to Tigerland. I don't know where that is.
I'm sure what's his name is involved. Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic's there. That's why it's Tigerland. Tigerland.
No, I don't think he is. I think he's in like Louisiana or something, I think.
Probably.
I don't know where he is.
It's all too much.
He's in prison now.
Yeah. A woman was still inside the car at the time, and Burgess held the woman inside the vehicle against her will.
So the truck that he stole, there's a lady in it.
There's a lady in it. It was running. The keys are in the ignition.
So whoever's driving it went in to get some cigarettes or soda or whatever.
Yeah.
He's jumped in.
So he allegedly jumped in the driver's seat and tried to speed away from the parking lot, but he faced a problem. The other parked cars in the parking lot. Quote from police, he tried to flee the parking lot, but there were several other cars blocking the way. He began to ram into the parked cars. After each of the 9 vehicles were struck, he fled the scene of the incident. Sorry, this is a quote. So after each of the 9 vehicles was struck, he fled the scene of the incident with no sign of him intending to return the truck to its rightful owner. No, he seemed to have no intention of returning the truck. I wonder why.
What an idiot.
I love that that's what the police said. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah, you think?
Oh, he's just going to return the car after smashing it.
Just borrowed it.
Soz, babe. When the officers arrived at the parking lot, the vehicle was found abandoned just a few yards away, and a group of witnesses were holding down the suspect. We didn't get very
Citizen
far.
arrest.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know they love it.
But did they put a milk crate on his head? Because that's what happens in Australia when you do a citizen's arrest.
Got to put the crate on the head so we all know.
And sit on it.
That's all right, man. You go ahead. Today, Junior, when questioned, Burgess allegedly told a police officer that he, quote, wanted to see what it was like to really play a video game like Grand Theft Auto in real life.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it, mate? Well, apparently not. He was arrested and charged with theft of a motor vehicle, kidnapping, and 9 counts of hit and run. He was then released on the following
So he
Sunday.
wasn't actually charged with Grand Theft Auto?
No.
The irony.
The sweet, sweet irony. He didn't even get that far.
Idiot. You're doing it wrong.
Dig up, stupid. He was released on the following Sunday after posting, and I got mixed reports of this, a $40,000 to $80,000 bond, and no one was hurt in the incident, thank goodness.
That's a wide...
Quite a big difference, wasn't it?
40 to 80? Just
one was said 80 and I was like, wow, that's big. And then another one said 40 and I was like, okay, that's quite a jump. Like, was it being reported at the I don't know. But apparently someone paid it.
Okay.
Which, god damn. I just let him stay in there for a couple of days.
What happened to the person in the truck?
She's fine. She didn't get hurt. She's just obviously shooketh. After being held against her will.
I wonder if she just sat there and insulted him.
Probably.
Just with every insult and swear word.
You can't even drive, you idiot. That would be hilarious. Yeah, you want the gaming experience? Dickhead. That's what I do.
Grand Theft Auto, more like Grand Theft Fail.
I like that. Losers. Watching 80s movies. Okay, our last story. Our last story is about swatting. Gemma, do you know what swatting is?
Like when there's like a fly?
Well, yes, technically, yes.
I know what squatting is.
Yeah.
But I don't know what swatting is.
So swatting is a term used to describe the action of making a hoax phone call to emergency services. So
really?
You're reporting a fake crime to the police or an ambulance or something like that. It's most often police, and it's really, for some stupid reason, it's massive in the streaming community. So the streaming community now is like a huge amount of it is gamers. So people will be playing online and they've got the chat going and it's all live, of course.
Yeah.
Basically what happens if someone gets angry at the streamer or they're playing against the streamer and lose in a game or whatever, they'll call the police on the person, and obviously some people are very tech savvy. They can figure out their address.
Right.
And report that they're holding someone hostage. So the police is going to send SWAT. Swatting.
Right.
It never ends well. And people take way too much advantage of it. Like just because you're angry on the internet doesn't mean you should do this to people. It's literally a game.
It's really petty.
It's petty as hell, but it's so serious. It's so deeply serious. There was
I mean, that's a crime.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But people do it anonymously and they get away with it. But not always. There was a streamer, I can't remember her name, but she was like living with a couple of other streamers that they would constantly get swatted to the point that they wouldn't leave their house. They'd rarely, like, they'd stream, but they'd be so careful about it.
Right.
They got like PTSD from it. Like,
whoa.
Yeah, it was a really big deal. But swatting is stupid. Don't do it. It's a game. It's a game, guys. Calm down.
That's wild.
Yeah. So unfortunately, in 2019, so a US teen was jailed for 15 months for the involvement in a prank call leading to an innocent man's death. So Casey Viner, who was 19 from Ohio and Alabama, these places.
Again with the Ohio and the Alabama. Wow.
Middle of America. Something's going on there.
Yeah.
So he conspired with a fellow gamer, Tyler Barras, to make a so-called swatting call to police. Casey was online arguing with a stranger. His name was Shane Gaskill, cool name, while playing Call of Duty World War II online. And Call of Duty is another one of those games that has a really bad reputation. I don't play Call of Duty for this reason alone.
I think Louis played that one.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has.
It's very like guy heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, World War, yeah. Like it's very that. But if you play with voice chat, it's just hurling abuse nonstop.
That cannot be healthy.
No, I don't think so at all.
But then again, you know, like I wake up in the morning and I go straight to news sites and I'll just be like, check what is the next in crime.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm any better, but
I think there's a big difference between like this is socializing. This is how they socialize.
For them, exactly.
Is hurling abuse at each other over a video game.
Right.
Like
whilst watching extreme violence.
Exactly right. And committing extreme violence in your game. Yeah, there's a line to walk there, I think. So Casey threatened to swat the stranger, Shane, among the argument they were having. Shane responded by telling him his home address and begging him to try something. Stupid.
Okay.
So Casey told his friend Tyler to make a call to 911, in which he did. So making matters worse.
But they could send the recording of this conversation to police, right?
Yeah, they could. It's all
incriminating everybody involved.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 19. You're not thinking about that at the time, are you? So Shane gave Casey a false address. He used to live at this address, but he didn't anymore.
Oh, okay.
So Tyler called the Wichita police and reported a hostage situation at the given address. So police responded believing that they were dealing with a man who had shot his own father and was holding family members hostage in the home of a 28-year-old man, Andrew Finch.
And imagine if American officers went up to that home and there happened to be a man of colour living there now.
Yeah.
And they got overzealous with their guns.
Well,
is what I'm saying.
It's exactly what happened, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
I can't quite remember, but I believe Andrew was a person of colour.
That's
I'm just
so
trying
bad.
to picture the picture of him. I'm pretty sure he was. Regardless, Andrew had no idea why the police, SWAT, were turning up on his front lawn and turning up at his home when he stepped out onto his front porch. And Andrew was sadly shot and killed by an officer when he didn't put his hands on his head as directed.
That's horrible.
Isn't it? So Tyler was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison, pleading guilty to more than 50 felonies nationwide, including federal charges in Kansas of making an interstate hoax that resulted in the death of a person and cyber stalking.
He's a menace to society.
Literally. In his plea, Casey admitted to trying to erase any record on his phone of communication between Tyler and Shane. So I don't really have the result of Casey, which I really should have found out as well, but I imagine that he also maybe got some, I don't know, accomplice charges as well.
Right.
But it was Tyler that made the call. It was unfortunate that Casey was the one that told him to do it, but he should have said no. No, idiot, I'm not doing that.
Imagine the family of those people that...
Oh, sorry. Your son's dead because these fucking dipshits over here made a call. Like,
Right.
yeah.
How bewildered would you be at first? Mm-hmm. And then angry.
Yeah. This is the problem, and where video games get such a bad rap is for shit like this.
Yeah.
Essentially. But not all gamers are bad. Okay? Not all of us are bad. There's a huge community of a new wave of gamers that do like the cozy gaming and things like that.
Cozy
I
gaming.
love cozy gaming. Is great. You're playing like Animal Crossing, and a new game just came out. You might be interested. Tales of the Shire, which is Lord of the Rings themed, and you're a little hobbit. It's
I love
very
anything
cute.
cozy.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I've read more cozy mysteries than I care to admit to.
yeah. Well, that's it. That's kind of the idea. And I feel like my stories were from like 2003 to 2019. I think because of COVID, more people got into video games, and I feel like the market is more saturated with women admitting to gaming. They've been gaming forever, but definitely like there's more communities of gamers like doing the cozy gaming, doing different streamers that do lifestyle streaming and things like that. I see less and less of this stuff happening. It still happens, but yes, hopefully we don't hear more stories about video games. And really, all these games, these stories were not because of video games. It was just people blaming video games. Like, it's a bit of a mix. It's interesting.
Do you feel like the concept of addiction had something to do with it?
It's interesting, right? Because I don't know if I would say I've been addicted to a video game. Like, most recently, I've been playing Fortnite. Fortnite's like an online game that you play. I don't know, there's lots of different game types, but the main one is like King of the Hill, essentially. So you want to be the last person standing. But I got I wouldn't say addicted, but I wanted to play it every day until I dropped off.
Right.
But I guess so. I guess addiction can be a factor in this case. Like, you can use it, I don't know, not as an excuse.
I think in
but
the
a
first
factor.
case, I think addiction definitely came into that case.
I think there was definitely a lot more factors involved in that one too. But if all you can do is play video games, like that's as far as you can stretch, absolutely. I think addiction can be involved. And there you go.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, deadly gamers. It's very much like the kind of satanic panic, isn't it?
Yep.
Like D&D.
And it also reminds me of the old heavy metal made them do it, and, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they'll be forever finding something to blame.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
video games, it's just a game, guys.
Oh, the majority of gamers that I know are just fine.
Yeah.
Fine people.
No problems whatsoever. It's meant to just be a bit of stress relief, bit of fun, bit of socializing, you'd hope. But
yeah.
there you
And
go.
just disconnect from your normal everyday life.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is, just like reading a book, watching a movie.
Yeah.
Listening to a podcast. I don't know.
All of it. YouTube.
Going
Newspapers.
rollerblading.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was reports. I'll have to find it for a fun fact, but I'm pretty sure that they, going further back, they were blaming newspapers for people committing crime. Like, come on.
Every generation's got something.
Into every generation.
A Slayer
born.
is. Yeah. I walked
Sorry, had
right
to.
into that. I did. I really did.
Is it really a season if we don't mention movie? Oh my God. Thank you so much for listening. That was fabulous.
Thank you so much for coming into the studio. Just so you guys know, we're going to be at least putting out a monthly episode with both of us in it. And if we can do more, we will do more.
Absolutely. I had so much fun researching this. It was so nice to get back in the saddle.
Well done. Well, join us on Instagram if you haven't already. Just look for I Think My Fridge is Haunted. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, join us on YouTube and subscribe to our channel there. And until next time.
Until next time, Fridgies, be creepy.
But don't be a creep.
Bye.